everybody. Today we discuss small part of amino acid chemistry. Amino acid chemistry. It is important because it can come as a multiple choice question or it may help you writing the answer. So it is important to know some important salient points about amino acids. First, coming to essential amino acids. So what are essential amino acids? Those amino acids which are required by our body and which we can only get through the diet. It cannot be synthesized in our body. So which are the essential amino acids that we require to learn? It is, the mnemonic for this is mat, will, fly. So methionine, M for methionine, A for arginine, T for threonine, V for valine, I for isoleucine, L for lysine, P for phenylalanine, H for histidine, and another L, it is for leucine. So it is methionine first, second is arginine, third it is threonine, fourth valine, fifth isoleucine, sixth lysine, seventh phenylalanine, eighth histidine, and ninth leucine. Now we have many amino acids that start with T. So we have threonine one, we have tryptophan another one, and we have tyrosine. So to remember which T it is, we know one is threonine, the second T is tryptophan and not tyrosine. So the tired amino acid is not an essential amino acid. The tired amino acid is not essential amino acid. Please keep it in mind. The tired amino acid is not essential amino acid. So threonine, tryptophan. So we have methionine, arginine, threonine, tryptophan, valine, isoleucine, lysine, phenylalanine, histidine, and leucine. Okay. So these are the essential amino acids. Out of this, arginine and histidine are considered to be semi-essential amino acids. Arginine and histidine are considered to be semi-essential amino acids. Semi-essential. They are required during the periods of growth and development, especially during the developing ages in the children and in pregnancy. So they are semi-essential amino acids. So these are the essential amino acids which are not being synthesized in our body but which are required through the diet. So you require to know them. This for multiple choice questions as well as writing the answer. Now important thing over here is that whenever you start the protein metabolism, always the metabolism starts from an essential amino acid, say like phenylalanine. Phenylalanine, the metabolism starts with phenylalanine and this phenylalanine will form tyrosine. Second, the metabolism of methionine, sulfur containing amino acid. It will start from methionine, it will form cysteine. So these are the branch chain amino acids, valine, isoleucine, leucine. So these are these amino acids, the metabolism of essential amino acids starts with them, and this leads to the formation of the other amino acids of their group. So this is an important part in essential amino acid. Now coming to the second important part, that is which amino acid is glucogenic, which amino acid is ketogenic, because if you know which amino acid is what, you know which cycle it is going to enter. So there are amino acids which are ketogenic, that is they will enter the lipid metabolism. There are amino acids which are glucogenic and ketogenic, and there are amino acids which are only glucogenic. So just remember this for this, ketogenic. Just remember an L for ketogenic. So ketogenic amino acid, the most important ketogenic amino acid is lysine. Lysine. So lysine is a ketogenic, purely ketogenic amino acid. People consider leucine also, but the first is lysine and second you may say it is leucine, but if given one option, so lysine is the most ketogenic amino acid that we have. Now coming to glucogenic and ketogenic amino acid. PITTT. Please remember this mnemonic, PITTT. So P for phenylalanine, I for isoleucine, T for tyrosine, and T for tryptophan. So these amino acids are both glucogenic as well as ketogenic, that is they can enter the carbohydrate metabolism or they can enter the lipid metabolism. You can either remember it as PITTT or you can remember as aromatic amino acids plus isoleucine. So phenylalanine, isoleucine, tyrosine and tryptophan. Nothing else other than these 4 amino acids. Rest all amino acids that we have are glucogenic amino acids, so no need to remember them. You remember the ones which are not glucogenic, you can make up for the ones which are glucogenic. So this is also an important part of your MCQ. Please try and remember. So today we discussed the small topic for amino acid chemistry. One was the essential amino acids, second was ketogenic amino acids, glucogenic, ketogenic and glucogenic amino acids. Okay, it is important to remember and know all this. Okay, now we come to the classification of amino acids. The classification of amino acids, we have a big classification. Classification of amino acids. We have a big classification of amino acids, but if we make it simple, it would be easy for us to remember. Now coming to classification. First is aliphatic, depending upon the side chain. Depending upon the side chain. First. So coming to aliphatic amino acids. Aliphatic amino acids, the mnemonic is GAVLI. Glycine, alanine, valine, leucine and isoleucine. So this is depending upon the side chain. The first in the side chain, the first classification is depending upon the side chain, and first classification of side chain, the first is aliphatic amino acid. That is the one which is aliphatic amino acid at its side chain. So it is glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine. The second we can discuss is the one which is aromatic amino acid at its side chain. So it is with PTT, phenylalanine, PTT, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan. Phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan. Phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. Okay. Now coming to the one which has acidic group in its side chain. Acidic group and their amides. So it is easy, aspartic acid and glutamic acid. So aspartic acid ka amide will be aspargine and glutamic acid will be glutamine. Coming to basic amino acids, it is HAL, HAL, histidine, arginine and lysine. Okay, histidine, arginine and lysine. Coming to the next important group, that is sulfur containing. Sulfur containing. So it is CM. Cysteine, cysteine and methionine. Cysteine, cysteine and methionine. Sixth is the one which contains amino acid group. Amino acid group. That is proline. Okay. So the first group is aliphatic amino acid group. The one which contains glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine. The second is aromatic amino acid group, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan. The third is acidic group, aspartic acid, glutamic acid. The fourth is basic group, histidine, arginine, lysine. The fifth is sulfur containing cysteine, cysteine, methionine. Sixth is amino acid group containing proline. The one which we have left field is there's one more group that has been left. That is hydroxy group containing amino acids. So we'll shift everything a bit. So aliphatic amino acids is Gowli. Aromatic amino acids is phenylalanine. Aromatic amino acid is phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan. Acidic group is aspargine and glutamine. Fourth basic group is HAL, histidine, arginine, lysine. Fifth sulfur containing group is cysteine, cysteine, methionine. Sixth amino acid group is proline, only single amino acid. Now coming to the last which is left in this classification is seventh, that is hydroxy group containing amino acids. So in hydroxy group containing amino acids we have STT, serine, threonine and tyrosine. So the first classification of amino acids, we have the one which is depending upon the side chain, that is aliphatic amino acids, that is GAVLI. Second is aromatic amino acids, PTT. Third is acidic. Fourth is basic. Fifth is sulfur containing. Sixth is amino acid group containing, and seventh is hydroxy group containing amino acids. Okay. Now coming to the second classification, that is based on the polarity. First classification was based on side chain. Second classification is based on polarity. So second classification which is based on polarity, it is a bit simple. That is hydrophobic amino acids, hydrophobic, that is non-polar, and polar amino acids or hydrophilic. Hydrophilic or polar amino acids. Hydrophilic or polar amino acids. Now in hydrophobic, first we do hydrophilic amino acids. The first is one which contains an acidic group containing. So we know that it is aspartic acid and glutamine, and their amides, that is aspargine and glutamine. Second is the basic group containing, that is histidine, arginine and lysine. Now coming to the rest amino acids that we have to learn in hydrophilic. So it is also easy. You remember the hydroxy group containing amino acids, that is serine, threonine, tyrosine, and fourth you remember the sulfur containing amino acid, that is cysteine. Okay, so in hydrophilic amino acid, that is polar amino acid, first remember the acidic group, second the basic group, third the hydroxy group containing, and fourth you remember it as cysteine. The rest, it becomes easy to remember the rest because it is tryptophan, methionine, leucine, isoleucine, alanine, phenylalanine and proline. I feel that if you remember hydrophilic polar amino acids, then you can make up for the hydrophobic non-polar amino acids. So remembering hydrophilic polar amino acids is more easy task because it is in groups. So acidic group, basic group, hydroxy group containing amino acids and cysteine. So this is the second classification of amino acids. The third classification we have almost dealt with. That is the amino acids which are essential or non-essential amino acids. The third classification is as for the essential and non-essential amino acids. And non-essential amino acids. Okay. So it is easy. The classification of amino acids is easy. The second is depending upon the polarity and the third is depending upon the essential and non-essential amino acids. Essential amino acids we have already dealt with. It is methionine, arginine, threonine, tryptophan, valine, isoleucine, lysine, phenylalanine, histidine and leucine. Okay, that's all for the amino acid chemistry. Thank you.